fake cheap, might sell my soul. All green like someone go with the pole. He was talking hot, that nigga froze in the casket cold. Rockin' Kenneth Cole. EBs, Mr. Stay with the ratchet. My nine is a fan that I give him a clap. This 40 start breaking shit up, fucking static. This thinking for kids, this fucking little rap. HB, that's my brother, man. He gon' dump with the floor to fall like your brother, man.
Part 2 to this human eater. Yeah, yo, it's your boy Job Bandz. Or your boy Job Reaction. You're reacting to reacting to part 2 of this cannibal vlogging his murder. Let's see the rest of this video, you feel me? It's gonna be in the link, you feel me? It's gonna be in the description. Y'all know what I mean. I'm keeping that in the video too. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't do a lot of editing. But yeah, the link gonna be in the description. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's see what the rest of this video talking about.
DP on them freaks, super freak, huh? You like them super freaks? So I got you on.
Oh yeah, I seen this part. Let me skip up a little bit.
On that bed.
Did he tell you how they disrespected him in the first place?
No, he wouldn't tell me that.
Okay. Do you think there really was an argument between him and that gentleman, or you think this is just something he was imagining?
I would say it was something that he either imagined or he just took out of hand.
It wasn't just Alex's friends who had to deal with his baseless accusations.
And right now, I'm following somebody who I thought was watching over here getting a phone call. Not even him. See right there? All the world will make sense.
All the names are put on the board. Now, as it tells a story, and then unfolds as a scapegoat has returned. And the little boy that was picked up as released the scapegoat to get the clothes. He must each individually face, deal with clothes. This is another love report because people are infected now. They're infected with a virus that is going to get them in the dream of time to a nightmare. A very few survive.
Based on his self-recorded videos and the accounts from those who knew him, it seems like Alex's aggression was ramping up during March, April, and May of 2012, before finally culminating in the terrifying attack on Joshua Caesar. All of these incidents involve Alex taking extreme actions based on perceptions that have no basis in reality. Realizing that this could be a possible motivation for Alex to have killed Cujo, the detectives dive into trying to uncover the truth behind Cujo's disappearance. Nothing can prepare them for what Alex eventually reveals.
What's real, bro?
The issue of one so that guy, you perceived him to be a threat.
His mother.
You perceived him to be a threat. And then I asked you if Cujo was a threat, and you initially like, no, like I don't really know. Well, if he was involved in terrorist activities, if he was involved with bad people or bad things that were going on, and he's living at your parents' home under their roof with your siblings and yourself, how would you not say that he's not a threat?
Like in Cujo's case, as far as for him staying with our family, he stayed with our family before. He has done what he has to do. And that's when he got to...
I need one of these cups. I ain't gonna hold you. I got this for my birthday. This whole heat when you got tea, or if you drinking something cold, you feel me? This shit hold.
As far as for how he went about his business.
No bullshit.
People can't tell you much more whether he was much more involved with people or more introverted.
Alex seems to be having difficulty explaining himself the more the detective engages with his logic. Perhaps it's growing harder for him to make denials. Alex then alleges something about Cujo that's somehow even more shocking than anything else revealed so far.
When you start connecting the pieces together, to me, it made more sense that, he's trying to get himself back up on his feet. However, at the same time, he may not necessarily be doing that, He may have some other ulterior motives. And especially speaking to my mother, and who mentioned earlier, having troubles going to the basement to use the washer. And I spoke to him after Cujo put his hands on him, and that's when I knew that something was wrong. And then I just went ahead and just fixed it. I didn't know something, but something had happened. I don't think anything it happened.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel nothing.
It doesn't make you angry.
Anger is a big thing. Anger is something I would have don't get mad, get wise.
So couldn't being getting wise, stopping the threat.
Stopping the threat could be something.
The pain is coming, the pain is going. They couldn't believe it, but now it's flowing. They fucking saw it. They got their mouths zipped up, cause they know when they up, it's gonna get zipped up and thrown across the cut. The cut is sorted. The good is sorted out. The body's moving down it, but now it's so distorted.
Listen, you are responsible for what happened to your job.
What the fuck was that? He thought he was doing something? The fuck?
As far as his death goes, you know, why you committed that act, they caused that. That's what I need to understand.
I do know that he has been manipulative and taking advantage of my father's good heart and my family's kindness.
You're not going to stand for that. Is that fair?
Right. And on top of that, he also gives us signs, like I say, classifiers. Church behavior.
Well, I do know.
And I know how he acts and everything because I have, you look at my bookshelves and the type of books and material that I read. But with him, he sat directly next to my library where I have those type of books there. And every time I noticed, he would go through them and he would look at me like, he would give me a certain look. He would give me a look like he doesn't want me to find something, he hides something. So every time I would come downstairs, he would rush to hide something. I'm like, what is he hiding? What is he doing? Whenever I went to my room, my things were moving around. So he was definitely in my room.
Warning, please.
What the fuck is that?
Tell me what it was that put it over the top where you said, this is it.
I asked who to put his hands on. Thought about it, or dreamt about it.
So, was this something that you planned or was it experimental?
It's an interesting video.
I didn't confront him.
Very interesting.
I told him already that night.
Tell me,
I mean,
what did you say?
I spoke to him briefly. He arranged my side of the room. Me and him take all his shit to one corner, put all my stuff there, fixed up everything. And I just asked him some brief questions because he started working out and all that, trying to do his muscles and all that. I was like, okay, I don't fight, especially people who come to my family. I do something else.
Tell me, Alex, tell me what you did.
I mean, this confession,
So how did you kill him?
I won't say I killed him.
So what you did if you're not saying that?
I spoke to him, and that was it.
And then what did you do?
After speaking to him,
Hit him with a hatchet? Hit him with a pipe?
I won't go into detail. Life is terrible. But it could be even more terrible. My family, I could be where my family right now.
With this proclamation, Alex has fully admitted
Snake
that
is
he believes
crazy.
he killed Cujo in order to protect his family.
I don't know the truth. So again, you're a logical, well-thought man, right? Who was there when you took his life? Just you and him? Because he can't talk.
Just as the detectives start to make progress, things take a turn for the bizarre.
I talk to dead people.
Well, right now, I'm not interested in talking to anyone down. I'm only interested in one person, and that's Alex. That's my only interest.
Whether or not Alex genuinely believes that he can somehow communicate with the dead, the phrasing and tone of his retort, as well as the fact that he's bringing this up unprompted in a serious murder investigation, arguably betrays his intent to be defiant. He doesn't want to roll over just yet. Detectives have to once again do their best to get him on track.
But clearly you perceive Cujo as a threat to your family. There was a point in time where a decision is made by you that this has got to stop. This is going to end right here. There's two things I don't know. Is it something that was a spontaneous because of something that he did? Or is this something that you said, this is how I'm going to fix this problem? It wasn't spontaneous.
I look at it as Cujo, when he started doing the things he did, started moving from house to house, then I knew that something was up. And his personality, just based on his character analysis that I was conducting, I was like,
bro, like, this is what's his sentence? What is at this point? I'm about to skip up. Like, you feel me? I know he crazy. Get to a point where he start eating him.
And then I just play some music. I went to work.
I know what you mean by you want to work, but I need you to explain to me how you want to work.
You've been able to see it and tape recorder.
After hours of grueling investigation and interrogations, Alex is finally willing to give up the details of this crime.
Yeah, let me hear it, bro.
However, no one was prepared for the depths of his depravity,
I didn't even do
nor
that.
the stomach-churning reality of what happened to Cujo Codier. It seems the officers take Alex outside for a cigarette and continue recording the audio of his disturbing confession.
Outside?
Where did Cujo want
You're not gonna find this body.
Can you tell me?
I can direct you to one.
Okay, where is it?
It's right under your nose.
Why he keep laughing?
Police station, I hope.
This nigga's psycho.
Okay, where?
Well, one is in my stomach, but
Is in your what? In your stomach?
Nice emotions. Go into food. Are you fasting? Are you starving? Are you hungry? What's going on? You will go eat food and you want to go eat food. You're wrong, man.
What part was that?
the part is hard.
As startling as this admission is, Alex isn't done with the horrifying reveals.
When did that happen?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? The other body parts, are they, can you give me an idea where they are?
You might be able to dump. You might find them.
Did you put them in the rest of the body? Is it the rest of the body itself? Or did you just cut out certain parts? Or
It's dissected.
that's dissected? So you just
I mean, what charges am I facing right now? I mean, I'm already facing 30 years. So, what charges?
You facing life, buddy.
what charges will you be facing? What you
That's
tell
up to
me,
the judge, buddy.
Yes.
Okay. So,
I'm asking. I know it was rhetorical. I shouldn't have said that. Did you take his life?
I mean, he's not in existence.
Bruh,
I could have helped him fix
she yes or no
himself.
question.
Well, obviously, then that would be murder charges. I mean, you're a smart guy. I mean, you know what they're basically going to be.
Let me go tell the brother.
If you can tell me, are there pieces of Cujo in and around in or around your house? Excuse me. Is that a yes?
You're looking for his head?
Yes.
Well, his head is taken care of.
Is it in the? How is it taken care of? Can you tell me any more than that?
His head is, you have anybody at the house right now? Can you get him on the phone?
Sure.
Through the phone, Alex guides the officer to his gruesome leftovers.
Okay, go to the dining room. Okay, there's a big cabinet, a white cabinet that has like glass shelves on it. You see the white shelves? Now go to the bottom, move the box of books over there. At the bottom of the cabinet, move the boxes and open one of the shelves. Do you see a bag of charcoal? Go ahead and open it.
Do you see it? Okay. What is this inside the bag? What is that? That's what you caught? That's the only part?
After recovering Cujo's severed hands and head, the officers were set on retrieving the rest of his remains. Alex revealed that he disposed of it in the dumpster of a nearby church and went so far as to brag that the chances of recovering it were slim to none. However, when officers investigated the dumpster for themselves, they discovered 2 duffel bags inside, infested with maggots. As they tried to remove one of the bags, it tore, and the officers were forced to watch in silent horror as Cujo's torso slid out and hit the pavement.
Just wanted to, before we went outside talking, Alex.
I'm speechless, bro. Like, what? This nigga is crazy.
Alex, if you can, since Tom wasn't sitting here just a second ago, just run through that with what you're telling the other detective.
Alex begins eagerly recounting a story so disgusting and despicable, it far outshines everything the detectives have learned thus far. Alex no longer has anything to hide, and as a consequence, he finally discusses in detail what happened the night he slaughtered Cujo. And it's more horrifying than anyone imagined.
It's that night, you know, after everything took place, we didn't argue anything, but I did tell him, I'm not going to speak about anything like cannibalism, you know, it was more so about him being, I asked him if he knows about cannibals, and he said he's heard of them and he'd find out. So I asked him, is he ready to die? And he's like, no, he's not ready to die. So you make the angel death.
And then what did you do, Alex?
Well, that night, you know, I know he's into gospel and everything, so put some gospel music, and then he was sleeping. Came at him, you know, I stood over him, and, you know, went to work with the took the axe, and just went to work on his head.
Chopped his head off with an axe.
Twice. And then after that, I let him bleed out. And then took his heart off. After I took his heart off, got my knife, cut him off.
This complete lack of emotion is deeply disturbing, but then again, not quite as disturbing as his choice to play Cujo's favorite music while butchering him. Was he trying to give Cujo a final moment of peace before his execution? Or was he mocking his victim before sending him to his grave? Regardless, this sick preparation must have given Alex time to pause, to reconsider his actions, or even to selfishly consider that his next act would alter the course of his own life for good. But given that he chose to stand over Cujo in these moments, it seems more likely that Alex enjoyed this part of the process as well. He then proceeded to swing the same long-handle axe he used to cut trees into Cujo's face, then cut him up the way he would the animals he trapped in his backyard.
How did you get the parts outside?
This wall.
I mean, did you chip over anything?
Wrapped them up in a bag.
And took him where?
To the church.
Any particular reason down the church? Meaning, you know, is there any particular reason that you did that?
Unsymbolic.
You know, there was an issue with your brother finding some things. Tell me about that.
Not what he found.
His family probably disown him, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Not that smart, but he doesn't know the circumstances behind it, because sometimes his judgment calls him. He may not have seen, because when I'm not around, he's the second, I would say, the second in charge. And if he can't recognize the threats on his own family, what is he going to do?
What do you think should happen to you for this?
You get life. Yeah, word.
Are you insane?
Excuse me.
However, the axe That didn't make a consent towards society. But basically what I do is ancient, right? I'm getting rid of skull.
And that's the way you look at Cujo.
That's ancient justice.
Though Alex may be basking in his crime, he seems lucid and afraid of punishment enough to minimize his own sentence by recommending he be remanded to a psychiatric facility. Even with everything he's revealed so far, Alex still had one last sickening detail to share.
And again, I'm just trying to understand, this was totally symbolic on your part. You're cooking its head and hands. You removed his hands from his body so that they could not touch anyone anymore. I guess his head disgusts you. That you wanted to deform the head, cook away the hands, eat some of them, and you ate his heart.
That's the only part I did eat. I didn't eat his head. I tasted some of it. It's tasted what I would put some barbecue sauce.
Did you use some barbecue sauce?
It's some spice, whole baked spice, whole baked some sea salt.
How do you feel now?
Since this is that's how I look at it.
As sickening as this reveal is, it also could potentially answer one of the remaining questions. The police brought cadaver dogs to the Kenua home, and they did not indicate that there were any human remains. And yet, Alex had butchered and eaten parts of Cujo in the home, and he had a blood-covered mattress in his room. The reason the dogs didn't pick up on the scent could be due to the dog's training and experience, as well as the training and expertise of the handler. If a dog is not well trained, or if the dog is being used in a situation for which it is not trained, such as live detection versus human remains detection, the dog is likely to fail. It's also important to note that by cooking and seasoning the body parts, much of the scent of the remains was destroyed. The dogs look for things like skin cells, and cooking would destroy them, potentially throwing off the dog's ability to detect the remains. However, alone, spices and cooking will not prevent a properly trained dog and handler team from finding human remains. After nearly 6 hours total of interrogation, detectives may just now be meeting the real Alex Kenua.
I mean, this is, we have done it thousands of times, millions of times. I mean, this body is just temporary. The body within.
That is facts.
His body. I can't afford to lose my family's body, so it's a beautiful day outside. It's a very beautiful day. I mean, here, no matter what the mission, it's always coming back, because always the mission is first. That's so skulls are getting cracked. No. Skulls are getting extracted. Their brains are getting extracted. You know what happens when skulls get extracted? Their brains get sucked out their noses. When I'm gone, please believe the whole recording.
Following his confession, Alexander Kenua was charged with first-degree murder and weapon carrying. Prior to a trial, he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and in August of 2013, he pleaded guilty but not criminally responsible. He was then indefinitely remanded to a state psychiatric facility. Though he was deemed unfit to stand trial, it is possible that he could be deemed competent in the future. Alex also pleaded guilty but not criminally responsible for the assault of Joshua Caesar.
I'm speechless, bro. That nigga is crazy. He need to be locked up in that asylum for eternity. No bullshit. But yeah, the link gonna be in the description. You're like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Like, I got more to come. I got more to come. I'ma holler at y'all.
They say it's my fault for the way I live, but I say nah, it's not. I just bought a new chopper for me and my bros. That shit go block a block. You on they block like construction, but they not outside. The Reaper running with them apes, that's why it's hot outside. Now we ain't tryna play by the rules. We spot him, we got him, we get him. I told you my dog don't play with his food. We stuck in them.